Some wrestling characters have been in the WWE games year after year. Some have been in just one game, but some have been deleted when they were originally supposed to be featured in the WWE game. I have collected 10 wrestlers that were removed from a WWE game despite originally being scheduled to appear.
10.
Hulk Hogan, WWE 2K16. When transcripts and interviews were released where Hulk Hogan used racial slurs and other language, WWE systematically erased Hogan from wrestling entirely. This even applied to the WWE 2K16 video game. Hogan was originally supposed to appear in the game, but 2K Games altered WWE 2K16 to remove Hulk Hogan's likeness, character model, and other materials in the series that reference him in any way. Because of this, he was not featured in the WWE video game at all that year.
9.
Jeff Hardy, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Jeff Hardy was originally supposed to appear in the SmackDown Here Comes the Pain video game released in 2003. However, Hardy was released from the company during the game's development. It's clear that Hardy was supposed to be featured, and it was even seen in a trailer for the video game that was released that year. This just proves that he was removed from the game late into the development, and because of that, Hardy was not present in the game at all as a playable character.
8.
Hulk Hogan, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Another game that Hogan was supposed to appear in was SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. His character was developed and was ready to be included, but the Hulkster left the company during the developmental phase. However, there are 2 Hulk Hogans left over, one in his then current appearance, and then one with his 1980s appearance. Unlike most of the scrapped wrestlers, both Hogans have select pictures that just go to show that Hogan was originally at one point supposed to be present in the SmackDown Here Comes the Pain series.
7.
Singh Tyler, WWE 2K15. Singh Tyler was also cut from the NXT Arrivals DLC pack from WWE 2K15, as he was on the NXT brand at the time of the game's release. On some rare occasions, if you play the game with Connor from the Ascension and you get a pin with him, Michael Cole can be heard saying Singh Tyler wins. Whether or not that is still in the game, due to it being very rare to find, it is unknown, but it is still very funny that that could happen, and Singh Tyler was originally supposed to be in the NXT Arrival pack for WWE 2K15.
6.
Jeff Jarrett, WWF SmackDown. Jeff Jarrett was originally supposed to appear in the original SmackDown game for the PlayStation 1. To back this up, Jarrett's nameplate and mugshot exist alongside other selectable wrestlers. This confirms that he was one of the deleted playable characters in the game. The reason he was probably cut was due to his departure from the WWE, where he would eventually join the rival promotion WCW.
5.
Carlito, SmackDown vs Raw 2011. Carlito was intended to be featured as a playable character for the WWE SmackDown vs Raw 2011 video game, but was removed following its WWE departure. His character model remains on the game's disc and can be accessed via hacking. It should be noted that the model is the same one used for the SmackDown vs Raw 2010 video game, but Carlito's name can also be seen during a Road to WrestleMania. Maybe this just goes to show that Carlito was intended to be in the game that year.
4.
Al Snow, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. We do know that Al Snow was originally supposed to appear in SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, but it's unknown as to why he was removed. There may have been some developmental problems with him since he is available in the game via hacking, but he uses The Rock's model as a placeholder. He is the only scrapped wrestler who is playable, as he uses the Rock's model instead. Entrances must be turned off or the game will freeze when you wrestle as the character.
3.
The Ultimate Warrior, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain really did have a lot of wrestlers removed from the game. Even the Ultimate Warrior was deleted. WWE were ready to include Warrior in the game and even added the character to its database. However, the character was deleted when the Warrior threatened WWE with a lawsuit, leaving the company no choice but to pull his character from the video game. Unlike most of the scrapped wrestlers, Ultimate Warrior actually has a select screen picture featured on the disc.
2.
The Hurricane, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. In spite of his removal, Hurricane still appears as a character in Rey Mysterio's Road to WrestleMania storyline, meaning his character model is still on the game disc. Even though he is not a normal, selectable character, he is complete and even has his own entrance music and Titantron video, which are not seen in any of the game modes. Not only is it possible to use the character though through hacking, the music and video can be assigned to other wrestlers through the game method. Strangely, the Titantron video is the same one as used in SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 and not the updated 2010 one.
1.
Chris Benoit, SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. This is a more obvious one as to why he was removed, but Chris Benoit was to be added to the 2008 version of SmackDown vs. Raw. His character was added to the database and the game was so close to being released. However, with the Benoit double murder suicide, WWE had no choice but to remove him from the game. The WWE video game was almost complete when it was ordered to extract Chris Benoit from it. There were a lot of problems in this because they couldn't just so easily delete him from the game, especially considering the game was so far in the process. Nonetheless, the feeling was that it would have been a PR disaster if they released the game with Benoit as one of the star characters. The video games team pretty much had no choice but to remove Benoit from that year's title. Head over to www.dvd.co.uk for all cheap WWE DVDs. Be sure to use the discount code DESIREYT for 5% off of all purchases made from the website.